All right. So in our series on what's the question, and we talked previously in one of these clips about WeWork. If you haven't noticed that, you can go back and check it out. We're going to stay with WeWork for a minute because it's such an interesting case, and there are so many questions that would have been useful here. So looking at the questions again, I'm going to stick with the learning before knowing questions because I think there was so little learning happening in that organization. And one of my favorites there is, how is my idea wrong? I refer to this as the fallibility question, or the one that acknowledges our own fallibility, that we can be wrong. And so saying, hey, how is my idea wrong? Find something in it that's not working. It's not so you guys think my idea is wrong? Because that's not a question. It's a statement that says, don't be stupid enough to say my idea is wrong, because obviously I'm too arrogant to think it might be. If you think of what happened in that organization, there was no time at which they were going out and saying, how is my idea wrong? They were telling people their ideas were right. And they were saying, my ideas are right because I'm the CEO and I'm making the money and the company has a huge valuation. Let's be honest. Just because you have a huge valuation means that you've suckered in people in the casino. It doesn't mean that you actually have something going on there, because there are companies with incredibly low valuations that have a great product, are stable, and will go forever. And we've seen a plethora of these companies that have just incredibly high valuations. Why? Because everybody's gambling on getting in and making their money and getting out before the next sucker in line loses theirs. So don't mistake yourself and think that Wall Street is an up and up, logical plan. It's a game. It's a casino. And that's what happens here. And so these folks had their ideas. The money was coming in. Investors were there. Nobody asked, how is my idea wrong? Nobody pursued that line of thinking. And it was not something they built into the culture. It was very clear in the culture. If you watch shows like We Crashed, where they talk about it, challenging the ideas of the leadership in WeWork just did not work. So a great question to think about when you're getting ahead of yourself is, how is my idea wrong?